Hi, I'm Larry Black, and today we're looking back. About 20 years ago, had an idea to get a room filled with country music people, singers, songwriters, put together 30 of them. They love to tell stories. They love to share with each other. And today, they get to share with you. This is Looking Back with Larry Black. Welcome into Looking Back with Larry Black. You know, I love to sit here and look at these things that we did. And boy, did we do some great things. This one it kind of hits all of the bases. It introduces you to the singers. It introduces you to the writers. It introduces you to how they got introduced to each other. Let me let Bill explain this better. He and Vince Gill. Oh, what the heck, tell the story.
This is one of those guys that crosses all boundaries in music. He loves bluegrass, but he's also well accepted in the younger country music artist. He's well accepted because he loves the older country artists, the legends. Vince Gill is one of those guys that he is so non-assuming. Just he would walk in the room right now, and with no entourage, nothing. He doesn't need a management opening the doors for him or anything else. He's just Vince.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the thing that he said here, I don't know if it's on this particular clip or not, but he said somewhere on one of our shows, he said, I wish, and he was speaking of himself as a younger artist, he said, I wish my generation was as close to one another as you people are.
Yeah.
He said, you know, we go to shows and we stay on our own, everybody stays on their own bus. They kind of have their own entourage and they don't mix and mingle. And that's where we got into the story about how we would all get together in one dressing room and Gene Shepherd would say, turn your head, boys, I'm going to change clothes. And
That's right.
Some of us would turn our heads, some of us wouldn't, you know. But he said that he just didn't feel that closeness with his generation that he felt, you know, from the people of our generation.
Now, you guys got together and wrote some stuff.
Vince Gill was probably the reason, or at least half of the reason, that I started writing songs again. The first half of the reason was when Steve Warner recorded my old song, The Tips of My Fingers, and brought it back to life. And then I'm wanting to go meet some of the new writers and artists that I didn't know. I'd been away for almost 10 years from writing. And when Vince Gill welcomed me the way that he did and let me kind of come into that world, we opened that door and cracked the door, and people said, oh, if Bill Anderson's good enough to write with Vince Gill, maybe he's good enough to write with me. And it started an entire second career for me.
Boy, I'm so glad he did.
Oh, I'm glad he did too. And he answered his phone. He said, hi, this is Whispering Gill.
Here's Whispering Gill right now with, I think it's...
Look at Us.
Sure.
Look at us after all these years together. Look at us after all that we've been through. Look at us, still leaning on each other. And if you want to see how true love should be, then just look at us. Look at you, still pretty as a picture. Look at me, still crazy over you. Look at us, still believing in forever. if you want to see how true love should be, then just look at us. And in 100 years from now, I know without a doubt they'll all look back and wonder how we made it all work out. Well, chances are that we'll go down in history, and when they want to see how true love should be, they'll just look at us. Play some country music over there, Maggie. That's Mike Johnson, y'all. Chances are that we'll go down in history, and when they want to see how true love should be, they'll just look at us. And when they want to see how true love should be, they'll just look at us. Thank you.
I told you you'd love it. Now you know why Bill started writing songs again, and how the camaraderie just kind of works itself together. I love it. I love hearing the stories. I hope you enjoy looking back, because I sure enjoy doing it. Hit the subscribe button and make sure you don't miss any of these.